Ripple plus MasterCard plus Biometrics card. Damn, okay. Understand this, guys. Ripple has crazy connections, right? Visa and MasterCard have both bought or partnered with companies that use RippleNet to move money. Understand that. So you have American Express, Visa, MasterCard, right? And I can't even tell you hundreds of banks, central banks are all adopting and using this technology. Okay, understand that. The biometric credit card through MasterCard, the introduction of an e-remittance platform with global technology provider RippleNet. Says all you need to know right there, baby. All right, let's keep it going. So a little bit more on biometric cards, innovation, secure payments. What are biometric cards? Okay, let's talk about it, guys. Biometric cards are a unique combination which uses the payment mechanism of a regular card, authentication mechanism of biometric-based payment while maintaining the safety mechanism of contactless payments. Biometric contactless cards offer more security and seamless user experience than all of the other payment modes by combining their best features and avoiding their shortcomings. Each biometric card has a built-in fingerprint reader, hence customers do not need to remember their PIN or touch POS terminal. Payment operating system, I think it is, if my memory serves me. If I got that wrong, let me know that in the comments. All transactions are performed by touching the fingerprint reader to the card itself. I like this, it's fingerprint. The reason I like this is I can be wearing my sunglasses, right? And I put my phone up and my phone opens, right? Or just think the facial recognition isn't as good as it should be on some of this stuff. And being a fingerprint is really amazing. This is gonna be huge, guys. This is really the way that we're heading here in the future. And it says Ripple is the most advanced startup in this field. We know that, right? We've done the research. So check this out. Let's read a little bit of here. Blockchain can combine messaging and transfer of money and explained above. But for international transaction, this would require an international cryptocurrency. Won't be Bitcoin, people. Bitcoin is an example, but a rather poor idea to use it for international settlement from a stability perspective. That's true. There is no guarantee fiat conversion rate within Bitcoin. Ripple is the most advanced startup in this field. This is from CAIA.org, and they're showing the relationship here. SWIFT, Bank A, Bank C, relationship, correspondent relationship. And this is how kind of money moves around. All right. I like it a lot. All right, let's keep going. So this is going to be ISO 2002 plus DLT plus CBDC, okay? We know that there are several CBDCs that are already launched, right? India has launched one. China has launched one. There's places in Africa that are working on building an asset-backed currency that they can trade between each other, the African nation states. And a lot of things are moving forward in this industry, and a lot of these countries are moving away from the US dollar, but that's another video, that's another conversation. Let's check this out, guys. Global adoption of ISO opens doors to data modernization. ISO 20022 can help facilitate, boost productivity and security while developing new data-based revenue streams, right? And it says Swift introduced ISO to standardize process and exchange of financial information. ISO 2002 will provide a 360-degree customer views with rich and granular data to generate actionable insights and accurately predict customer behavior. So they're going to use this with AI. They're going to juice this up, and they're really going to try to understand how we use and where we spend our money. And so these are all of the things that it's going to help, right? Efficiency, automation, customer insights, interoperability, customer experience, and compliance. This is all very important, especially if you're a bank, right? You need all of this stuff is very important to your customers. Derivatives, guys. So if you don't know what derivatives are, it's okay. I had to learn about it too. So derivatives are when people are betting on something going higher or lower in the future. All right. If you're like, oh, I think gold is going to go up $100 over the next couple months, you would open up a future on it, and that's your derivative. And so there's supposed to be about $1 quadrillion worth of derivatives right now in the market, give or take. And Chase is really bad with derivatives, right? They're a systemically important bank, and they're way over leveraged. They have $60 to $70 trillion in derivatives. So be careful if you bank at Chase. I actually bank at Chase myself, and I had to move my bank. We're doing that right now. This says the DTCC derivatives registration reporting 0.05 BN trades, 15 BN messages a year. So guys, the DTCC is the Depository Trust Clearing Company. They clear stock. When you sell stocks and you sell bonds, usually they're the ones who are clearing the money and sending it out, okay? It says reg reporting is expanding beyond derivatives, right? And these are all just different payments. Treasury data and strategy, ISO 20022 is likely to increasingly mandated for reporting regulations, right? This is all really good stuff. This is really what, this is why Bitcoin can't be used, right? You have to have AML, you have to have KYC and a bunch of other things. You have to be highly regulated in order for banks to use this to send money. That is why Ripple releases a quarterly report. That's why they're the most transparent company, because I do think in the end, Ripple will become a bank. They will have a banking license and they are going to be able to do what they want with that. That's just personal opinion. We'll see what happens. And this is just another calendar here of what's going to happen. We're here in Q1. So this is the start of CFTC SEC rewrite reporting. Could use authorization 3.0 version 3, start of ASIC reporting. So these are all different things that need to happen with moving money and reporting, right? And so this is like the regulatory side of things, getting ready for the big bang implementation. So just prepare for that, guys. Traditional versus blockchain payments, right? So the traditional payments, customer issuing service, network service, acquiring service, merchant, right? $100 goes down to 98. And so with blockchain, you have the consumer, a node, and the merchant, right? It's so much easier. It's way less time, way less money, and it's instant with some of these. That is why this is going to rule as king, and it's coming to fruition. Let's see here. Launches XRPL QR payments for retail stores, guys. This is really big. I use the XM wallet or the Zoom wallet or whatever you want to call it. It's really good, and they're building out different platforms on it. ISO TC mentioned in ISO 20022 doc, token service providers. So cardholder, retailer, acquirer, card payment network issuer, token service. Let's see what this says. With the response, ISO 2002 card payment standards developments, both organizations, Nexo and TGI, are covering the whole card payment value chain from acceptor to issuer with the delivery of full-fledged ISO standards. Through the participation of common experts and groups, the submitters are already facing today the issue of coordinating their standardization activities to deliver end-to-end compliant specifications, and this by ensuring a proper coherence at message level, maintaining the standards of both sides of the chain. And you have like Nexo down here and stuff. Old RTGS systems being replaced by new ones, right? So that's what's happening in March, guys. You got to be paying attention in March. It's going to be a huge month. I'm not going to read through all of this, but just understand that if you live in Europe and you have Euro to Target 2 payment systems becoming Target 1, tips and all this other stuff, they are upgrading it, everything like that. So this is a thread. This is from Digital Assets Perspectives and says, I don't know where this case is going, but I'm saying that the revest test is important to the SEC when it comes to crypto and stablecoins. Oh, and banks too. Will XRP become a stablecoin? Let's look. So this is from Digital Currencies and Stablecoins. This is the group of 30. Wow, this is an important group. It says, Carney has raised the question of whether the globally coordinated, systemically hegemonic currency could dampen the spillover shocks associated with the dominance of the US dollar as a reserve currency. The systemic hegemonic currency could, for example, be a stablecoin backed by a basket of deposits. So a lot of people think that XRP is going to be backed by gold. I don't know if that's true. I do know that central banks have been stockpiling gold at an alarming rate. In the last 60 years, they have not bought more gold than they're buying right now. And that's because our system is changing. And we're going back to an asset-backed system. In 71, Nixon took us off the gold standard, which means our government could print money to infinity. As long as America's good, the money's good, right? And so there's nothing backing it besides the belief in the dollar. And countries around the world don't believe anymore. And they are adopting new currencies. They're creating their own currencies. The Brics nations will have a common currency between them. We have Brazil, you have India, you have Africa. All of those places are working with Ripple. So I'm wondering if, in fact, they're going to use some type of stable coin on the XRP ledger, maybe a private ledger. You also need to understand that Russia had tested RippleNet in the past. I think it was 18 or 19. Before the war started, Bank of Russia was talking with Ripple and building out sandbox for testing. So a lot of stuff's happening. So just stay in the space. I know sometimes people are like, oh, nothing's going to happen for a long time. We're right up against the finish line. In football terms, in American terms, I'll say that we are in the red zone, right? We're about 20 yards to the touchdown, and we just have to call the right plays and do the right things, and we'll get in and score. For you soccer people out there in the EU, this is maybe extra time. We have 5 minutes left. The game's tied, and we need to go down and score that final goal so we can win the championship. That's like where we're at right now. It's not, well, we got years to wait. All of this stuff is going to happen over the next couple months, and as banks and central banks deploy ISO compliant They can use DLT, they can use crypto, they can use XLM, they can use XRP, they can use algo, HBAR, all this stuff they want to move value around the planet. And that's really exciting, and that's what we're looking for. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. It's 12 minutes. I wish you well. I love you all. Please share the video. Help me grow the channel. I can't do without you, baby. I love you. Bye, guys. Thank you.